this, in addition to playing specific build-around submissions on stream, some of you may or may not do, I also do what I refer to as build-around submissions. So this was someone submitted, hey Jeff, can you try and build a Behold deck? So Behold, for people that are not familiar, is the mechanic here where if you have something that meets this requirement either in play or in your hand, you get an extra effect. So in this case, Faces of the Old One, it says round start, if you behold an 8+ cost card, gain an extra mana gem. So a little bit weaker in terms of defense and has a requirement to make mana, unlike Grinding Stones. But this happening on 2 is important because it means cards like Braum and Broadback Protector can happen as early as turn 3 for us, whereas a card like Grinding Stones does not get those cards a turn early. Now, the Behold package at the top end of this deck, we've got Voices of the Old One, which is really sweet in the Behold archetype. So 8 mana, but it's a spell. So if you bank 3 spell mana, you can play this on turn 5. If we have one of our ramp dorks, we could even theoretically play this on turn 4. This double ramps us and then draws us 8+ cost cards from the top of our deck, which is fantastic. So I've got this paired with some 8-drops here. We've got Infinite Mind Splinter, some Dial-Up Dragons to control the board a little bit. We got Graham Poppy Rumal, who's pretty reasonable with Broadback Protector, Braum, and Trundle. And then we've also got some copies of Feel the Rush here to grab our big giant champions out of the deck and put them into play. So that's the basic idea. We've got some interaction, some blocking at the bottom end. We're going to ramp up into some mid-range threats. Then we've got some pieces of powerful top end. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games here with this and see how it feels. Yeah, 10-10 Braum sounds lovely. Feel a little bit bad that we're attacking on evens here, but the Saints definitely keep. All my game sounds are off. Thank you. Fixed. I was watching some videos while the pre-stream was up, so I had my sound muted so you didn't hear it. Thanks for the 27 months, strong player. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Silence, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. And again, that kind of key difference between Grinding Stones and the 2-mana one. Can't play Braum this turn. Right on time, Mountain Goat. Welcome to the party. Although, I guess I don't have a 5 next turn. I actually am going to play Mountain Goat here. Trump's not going to win the popular vote. Trump was marginally ahead in the popular vote at the start of the night because California hadn't been counted yet, but that is no longer the case. Do I gem this goat so that way their bird can't kill it? The upside to not gemming the goat is I get to play Braum and gem it. Just remember, if this hooks it, they get a Misfortune trigger. I think I'm going to go ahead and gem this Because it kind of feels like they're obligated to attack in here to push damage. And if they don't attack, I think that's a win for me. Oh, that's true. The goat would make another one. It's a good assessment.
Brom is on the job.
Brom is on the job. Yeah, but damage is persistent on units in this game, Draconis, so, like, while Brom wouldn't necessarily kill anything with the gem, he'd be marking damage on things, which is a big deal.
Do they need our help?
I'll write my own story.
Let's show our friends the door. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, have fun. Hey, I do actually top hat magic, so if you're... I get $3.50 per Prime sub regardless of where in the world that sub comes from.
It is easy, see?
Thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate the quarter of a year. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, Corbin. Can you do me a favor and drop it through the form on the site? Just helps me stay organized.
Think strong.
That makes shepherding look easy. Time to get rowdy. Don't touch my flock.
We need to kill our way through this. In Brazil, it's around that. That makes sense that Prime has some differential cost depending on what services you get at different places in the world for it.
Yep. Time for another whooping. Here we go.
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and just take this hit, because next turn I can use this gem with this Brom to hook and kill this.
Stand back. My shield is my sword. Ha! This is fun, yes?
If this survives for another turn, we get to, and their buff is temporary, my buff is permanent. We've got a spell shield on here now.
I've got your back.
So, Brom's getting close to leveling here.
Jenny?
That.
Hush is a good pickup. Jeff Freeze, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Yep. I think we're dead. I guess I have 2 blockers to play out here. I probably should have played one of these out. Probably should have played one of these out.
Blazing.
So if I do this, I'm going to gain 2 extra mana next turn up to 9 and bank 3 so I can feel the rush. We are at 2, which is very scary. Yeah, the Scout's archetype is very good. So Braum lets me kill something and then also get an additional blocker, which is nice.
My shield is yours.
Did they really just save that instead of saving Misfortune? I mean, alright, we'll take that. Maybe they have another one, but like, that one was at 3, right? Yeah, they definitely messed that up. Although I think we're dead, they're gonna have open attacks, it doesn't matter. Hopefully they mess up and open on attacking with scouts here.
Charge!
Nah, Tryndamere is still very popular. So if you're new to the channel, Hyper, a lot of the decks that we play here are viewer submissions and off-meta things, as opposed to established good archetypes. So this is a viewer-submitted idea to try and build something around the Behold cards. So generally speaking, if you're looking for someone to play established meta decks, this is a bad channel to watch for Runeterra stuff. Yeah, Senate is unlikely. If the Dems are lucky, they're gonna hit 50 in the Senate, but they're probably gonna be on 48 or 49. You've already experienced the full Hoglandian. Look at that. Remember, timeouts are not... We don't time you out because we're mad here. We time you out because we're disappointed and we know you could do better than you just did. I'm keeping Guiding Touch. I'm gonna mulligan these two, I think, because I really need like a 3 to go with Broadback Protector, or possibly a 2-mana unit. Hand's real slow. It's possible I don't have enough bottom end in this deck. I'm not playing Avalanche, which could be a mistake as well. That is correct, Poppet. We will not know the GA Senator until January. Voyes, thanks for the 22 months. Welcome back. Correct. I elected to not put Avalanche in my deck because I'm playing a bunch of ramp units. Can Trump still lose? Yes, Trump is favored to lose the election. Unfavored? Trump is unlikely to win the election.
Axes coming right up.
So, can never beat Vision is basically the motto against this discard deck. Hey, Noxin, thank you for the sub gifties. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Again, just to reiterate, when I ask people why your card recommendation is good, that is explicitly not me asking you what the text on that card is, because I can read the card. I'm literate. When I say what problem does my deck have that card solves, I'm looking for specific instances, things that are happening with some frequency that result in us losing the game.
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings. Or people.
You should try blinking sometime.
Wad, thanks for re-upping that Prime for the second month. I appreciate it. Welcome back.
My shield is my sword. This is fun, yes?
This is fun, yes? Well, the 3/2 also blocks fearsome things, so that's not accurate. Yeah, like, the goat is good with Braum to generate gems, is exactly correct.
Do they need our help? It is easy, see?
Screaming helps not at all.
I guess we're really doing this. Now we're cooking.
Help is underway.
We'll go to 3 and die to a burn spell. I guess I have Guiding Touch to maybe not die to a burn spell, but it's not looking good for our hero. Arasanari, thank you for the 14 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the 21 months, Tuna. And like I mentioned, if folks that were just here for magic stuff, I understand if you head in other directions. I'm not really intending to go back and do magic stuff anytime soon, if ever, potentially.
I'll give you to the Countess. Wake up!
They only had one vision this game, right? To the people saying we need to play... No, Battlecaster also makes their things bigger. To the people that are saying we need Avalanche, I believe you. I think I agree with you that there's a chance that we need to not play the Behold ramp card, instead play that.
Where is it?
I think that's possibly... So the reason why I did not include Avalanche, because again, this was a build-around viewer submission that was requested that we play a specific archetype, and I have included cards from the requested archetype.
King of Trolls coming through.
I don't ever intend to play Magic the Gathering online ever again. It is a dumpster trash application that I have no intention of engaging with. I'm glad other people are enjoying Modern, but it's, yeah. Not to mention, I think even if Magic Online wasn't a dumpster fire pile of garbage, I don't think I ever really want to play a format that involves the card Teferi Time Raveler ever again. Card just isn't fun. And that's even before you get into the fact that things like Neo Form and other bullshit happens in Modern. It's not about being oppressive. It's not. And that's what a lot of people don't get. It's like to talk about, like, when we talk about Lee Sin here in Runeterra, like, the problem with Lee Sin was never that it was too good. It's that it just sucks to play against. And I am at a point in my casual life where I play games for fun. So I don't give two shits if Teferi isn't oppressive. It just sucks all the fun out of this game I'm supposed to get to enjoy. We're mulliganing these, looking for a piece of ramp, but I keep the goat as an early play. Perfect. He says, realizing he doesn't have a Behold card. Imagine playing a game you enjoy, right? It's weird. I know, to be fair, I think there's a lot of Magic players at this point that play the game largely to be perpetually angry at Wizards of the Coast.
You can see the Demacian border from here.
Another ramp spell. Avalanche. Yeah, that's fine. Papi! Okay, so opponent just drew Orient Sol plus damage plus cost reduction dragon. Thinking about buying a Switch. The Switch is a great console. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Nice to meet you. Smashing.
I'm just gonna eat this. They'll probably kill this at some point. Sure, you've burned a Troll Chant on that. Do I want to burn a Hush here? Nah, because I want to Field Rush next turn, right? Can you explain to the Canadian viewer why you guys have Electoral College? Yeah, because a bunch of slave owners in the 1700s dreamed up the Electoral College, and the modern Republican Party realizes that the racist institution that is the Electoral College is the only way they stand a chance to win an election, because Republican ideas are wildly unpopular. So if the ideas that you run your campaign on are wildly unpopular, you have to have a way that allows you to win elections without actually winning the popular vote. So like, they can have Flash Freeze or something here. Yeah, that was one of the KDA cards, Jin. Just feel the rush. Gets you 2 champions out of your deck and makes them 10/10s. Whale poop.
This is gonna be fun.
Thanks, keep it simple. Are you somehow in a Behold Mirror match? Their build's a little bit different. They're playing Orient Sol. I would imagine they're probably playing Field of Rush as well.
And I thought I was a troll.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Sorry, my it's early, and yeah, I should have I should have hooked their pillar with the spaces. That's a good catch. Thanks for pointing it out.
Nothing escapes my watch. Sickle. It's good to be the king.
I'm not setting up. Oh, I was talking and chuckling at the same time. I wanted to get set up to kill them with Grandfather Rumel.
Targon always delights me.
No, Rumel with their pillars lethal next turn.
One slack'll do.
He's got spell shields. They got to get through him twice. Hush does cancel stuns, but it wipes all the other text off the card too, so it's not super useful. So this block positions us to beat their dial-up dragon, which is nice. Okay, what else do you have to not be dead to this? Because currently you're dead. This card having Spell Shield and Overwhelm is really good.
Do they need our help?
Do they need our help?
The day is ours. Now we eat.
I think Grandpappy's a super playable card. Sweet, we got our copies to go hard. So we got that going at least. We get to play Spooky Karma today, chat. As our second deck. Use Switch game safe to buy. Yeah, I don't, I guess double check for specific titles, but I don't think there's ever any things that get locked to consoles or anything like that, Necker. You could borrow Switch games just like any other platform. Not like there's a code or something on them that gets used up. Mulligan this, looking for another cheaper card here. Problem's not bad.
I'll write my own story.
So Goat gives us a gem to pair with Braum later, so that's nice.
No prey.
So animal, what you're thinking about with Animal Crossing is that you don't have separate islands for each profile on the console, but if you only have one physical Animal Crossing cartridge, you could use it in multiple Switches still.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. we go.
Here we go.
I suppose.
Here we go.
They just skip their second attack? Deal.
Rum is on the job. Oh no, good luck. Have fun.
Good luck. Have fun. Well,
Stay safe, my friend.
that could have gone better. Whoop! He says before shrinking the size of his Runeterra window.
I ought to show you the sights of Bilgewater. The sights are fine. The smells, on the other
Really looking for something cheap to be able to play out here. I present the problem with Behold decks.
I suppose.
Scouting ahead.
So if I Bastion this survives because it doesn't take one from this. Hello, youngest son. What's up? What?
No!
You only have 15 minutes.
I have to turn on your calendar so it can
Oh, you want me to put it on my calendar so you know when it's ready?
Here we go.
Jacob's quest is still going. Jacob's quest is still going and your work starts almost when Jacob's next
I'm
quest.
just gonna trade these here.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, that's on one toughness. I'm dumb.
Daddy, you're not supposed to come out with us. Mom says her outside.
Oh, mommy's gonna go outside with you?
I'm not bad.
That's fun.
Bye.
Bring your boots. One troll to rule them all.
You're in Milwaukee, you voted as hard as you could. God bless, little live devil. Milwaukee's still alive. Yeah, Trundle gets big fast. Misfortune is going to be leveling up here, but I'm gonna get to get Dial-Up Dragon down to stop their attacks next turn at least.
One snack'll do.
The old +6 here. Do we have this plus riposte here? It's not exciting, but it's fine.
New recruit reporting in.
Sit down! Go, Gadget Dial-Up Dragon.
Nothing gets
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
You won.
I did win. You're right. It says victory.
For Daddy won the match. Well, that's the next match start.
Taham Kench Lux. Okay. Hush sounds good. I keep keeping all these. So this this hand actually, if I bank spell mana on turns 1 and 2, we get to play Voices of the Old Ones on 4, right? You're not. Yep, silence. Depends on what they do here. It's probably better to play Trundle before Voices. Although if I play Voices this turn, I can play Dial-Up Dragon next turn. I think that's the play. Brain Spider, thank you for the 24 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
I do enjoy prospecting. Let us peruse this establishment's fare.
Did I miscount? Oh, shit. Right, because we were losing the stones. Are we dead? We can just never beat a Taham Kench, right?
You're covered.
Barriers with Kench eating something is hot. That's really sweet. Yeah, that's something I hadn't thought about at all. It's not something that was on my radar. Yeah, detain being paired with Kench and unyielding whatever are things I'd thought about. But barriers specifically were one that had slipped my mind. That's cool technology that the opponent has. This game looks like something I'd be into and I have no clue how it works. Well, the number one way to learn a new game is to quote Shia LaBeouf and just do it. This game's free on Android, iOS, and PC. Windows. Honestly, this game has probably one of the best tutorials of any game I've ever played anywhere. Especially with all the extra challenge levels that it has. And then I assume you're one of my... If you've been here for... If you're a Magic player, 8-bit casual, the entry fee to get into this game is much more friendly than Magic ever could dream of being.
River always provides. Let us reconnoiter.
My steel is yours.
And I thought I was a troll.
I guess we start here.
It's always cold in the Freljord. One troll to rule 'em all.
Well, to be fair, Runeterra doesn't really have that many non-constructed playable cards.
Come on in.
Most cards in Runeterra fall into the category of constructed playable.
Keep up, keep up.
Oh, I don't require a menu.
How do we feel about Gem Trundle so that way he can beat this if they try and eat it? And then we can play Grandfather as an Overwhelm unit. You think I like that?
Come on!
There is a limited format in this game, New Genesis, and compared to Magic, the limited in this game is a lot closer to Cube than normal booster draft in Magic because the decks you draft on average tend to be a bit more powerful, which I enjoy a lot. If you want to see how the limited format in this game works, if you look on my YouTube channel, there's a Runeterra video tagged Expedition. Expeditions are their limited format.
Like a fish in water.
Alright, and this is about to get huge. The old +4 here, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. They have a Hush here, maybe? No, they're not in Hush colors. What do they have to not say? Oh, they could have a Detain, right?
Call me king! Call me demon!
Alright, so Kench eats our stuff, but they're taking 6. This is getting bigger. These are still locked down by Dial-Up Dragon. And I have another Trundle rolled up here. Feels like we're in an okay spot, potentially.
I did promise a safe return.
Correct. As long as this is stunned, they can't eat.
There's
They can't eat whatever we're, If they have a barrier here for this, barrier with this acquired taste would let them eat this Infinite Mind Splitter. Which is relevant. So, like, if they get rid of this, I want to play another one. If they don't get rid of this, I think I want to do these two.
We should too.
Okay, so with Lux here, I think we just play Trundle and Braum and then try and kill them on open attacks next turn. Oh. Oh, if I play this, this can eat it, right? Alright, I'm gonna lead on Braum then. Yes, I'm gonna lead on Braum to encourage them to eat Braum first. Alright, so they took the bait.
excuse my impertinence.
Magic Modi, thank you for the sub gift. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 plus cost cards. So I'll get to open on attacks next turn. Yeah, but it's kind of bait they have to take, Sarja, because if they don't use their card there, I just go to my next turn immediately and then hook their thing and kill them. That is a stellar draw, because it means I get to play around this acquired taste, right? So I think with this Bastion draw, we get to play Ice Pillar here, right? Because Ice Pillar gives me my mana back, and this makes her vulnerable because she's their strongest unit. So if they acquired taste here, I get to Bastion whatever they're acquired tasting to protect it, and then go ahead and get into combat immediately after her. I could just swing, but this is a low downside, high upside play because of the Bastion draw. You like playing around Detain? Okay, so if I open attacks, so this, the way this is setting up, you're right. If they do this and they also have a Detain, I could be in trouble potentially. Well, they're doing this, so this is fine, right? I can just let this happen and still play around Detain. We get to force her to block an Overwhelm unit because she's vulnerable. And I've got this to protect something. I'm really surprised we beat this Kench. So, you're dead? The eye says you're dead. And the eye would never lie to me, chat.
You are not alone. Troll out.
Is Runeterra in the same lore as another game? Yeah, the wildly popular League of Legends. All of the champion cards in this game are from League of Legends, which currently has 150 some odd champions in it. Same as Teamfight Tactics as well. Alright, so the aggro matchup has seemed hard. I think rather than jumping to Avalanche right away, I'm going to try and play some other cheaper units that can get in the way of things. Try and stay a little bit more unit focused overall. Try a couple gift givers here too, I think. Tavern Keeper's a swell guy. Our deck is confident we want to feel the rush. You want to get rid of Faces of the old one? Nah, I think Faces is great.
Is different. These will protect you.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
I'll spot it.
In Avarosa's
Pretty happy to trade either of these for either of these.
No prey, no pay.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. And then... That's gonna pass. Probably see them trade these here and have this slam into me for 3. Probably chump block with Gift Giver. Yeah, Donald Trump saying he's going to have the Supreme Court intervene in the election is what anybody who's been paying attention for the last little bit expected him to do. In fact, I tweeted a clip of myself from hours before he announced it, talking about how that's what I expected him to do. Why would he want to intervene in the court? Because he has appointed 3 members of the Supreme Court, so the Supreme Court has a very heavy conservative slant to it right now. And he knows he can't win via the popular vote and likely can't win via the Electoral College. So the Supreme Court could hand him the election if they wanted to.
light the signal fires.
I'm sure those 3 members will recuse themselves if this somehow ends up in the Supreme Court. I can't tell if you're being facetious or not. So if I play this, they can't kill it this turn, right? Unless they have some kind of pump spell. And then I could play this post-combat, which would mean I would go up to 8 resources next turn, which is still not enough to feel the rush. I think I just faces here because I want to hit Dial-Up Dragon. Yeah, this lets me cast Dial-Up Dragon next turn.
Guns blazing. Love ya.
Yep.
All eyes on me.
He should probably just be playing Avalanche. This card's just too poor into all the aggressive decks in the format. Could play an Ice Quake. We could also just fit Catalyst in here. Broadback Protector's been pretty slow. So for people that are saying, okay, cut the 8-mana spell too, that's fine. Go play the Shadow Isles Freljord control deck. But again, the point of what this was not to build that deck worse with Targon cards. So, an easy cop-out, like, the intention of this deck submission was to explicitly play with those cards. Broadback allows you to stabilize against burn-heavy decks. It doesn't, though, because there aren't just dedicated burn-heavy decks in this game. They also go wide around you as well, so you have to be able to answer from both angles. So I agree with you all that this deck's probably worse than the established tier 1 control deck. I agree, Twitch chat. But slowly cutting cards until we eventually become that deck is not the goal. The goal is to try and see if we can make changes to this deck to make it competitive as something on its own, as opposed to just turning it into the thing that we already know is good. You have bested the goat. Goat down. Meh.
We swim within the flows of magic.
Well, I was gonna play this so we could get to Trundle next turn, but with this played out, I definitely want to just play Sentry so they don't get to attack and draw a card here. And we still have Braum to play next turn, so that's fine. We can Braum hook this to get our thing. Wow, are they really just trading these here? Deal.
What form will the waters take?
Thanks, Time Lord. Me too. Although, with this draw... Yeah, I'm gonna play Rinding Stones here, so we can do this next turn. I assume this is about to die to a go hard or vile feast. Yeah, Feel the Rush is played in one of the best decks in the format, Voltaic. The Shadow Isles Freljord deck is an established very good deck. So if I play Trundle here, next turn I can Feel the Rush. I did something stupid. What was that, Wooey? I stayed up till 5 a.m. Eastern watching election result. That was very stupid, I agree. I agree with your assessment. Get to soft pass with the pillar here. Pretty sure we're getting denied, but like, we have to get denied at some point, so let's go. Attacks here and see what happens. Naps are fun, but I have 3 kids. Yep. I feel that response in my bones. Where do I get my news sources from? All over the place. I think probably the only news sources I watch with consistency are Seth Meyers, Philip DeFranco, and then occasionally what's his name? The guy on Comedy Central. I'm blanking on his name. Oh, John Oliver. Not John Oliver. John Oliver is another one. The other one, Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah is the Comedy Central guy. Was the name words that were struggling to come out of my mouth. What about some more news with Cody? So during the primary, I was pretty into Cody's stuff, T-Wooey, but Cody is definitely what I would classify as a pretty toxic progressive at this point. There were a number of people that I was like following during the primary when I was backing Bernie, and then seeing what those people did and how they behaved after Bernie lost, I stopped following a number of sources that consider themselves progressive.
They're out there. I'll spot them.
Cody at least did the. Cody at least told people to vote for Biden. There were a number of people that went full on, we're gonna burn it to the ground, not vote for anyone, vote third party, etc., etc. A huge fan of Magic Combo. What Runeterra deck would you recommend? The Trundle Bundle is a fun combo control deck. Ezreal Karma's been having a small revival on the ladder. I don't know if that's necessarily tiered again, but that's a sweet combo deck. Lux Ash Control has pseudo combo finishes.
Breathe in, breathe out.
This is fun, yes?
8, 11, 13. Yeah, Lee Sin is an established combo deck in the format, although that one could be changing again. I wouldn't recommend crafting Lee Sin until the next patch to wait and see what they do with it. I'm wondering what our Karma experience is going to be like here in a hot second, because like it feels like every time we play against this archetype, it just does a bunch of nothing and then dies. Are they ever not going to have Deny Up? I feel like they're probably not ever going to have Deny Up. I think Lee Sin has always been okay in terms of power level. The gameplay is just pretty toxic. I don't think their last adjustment to it changed the fact that the gameplay was incredibly toxic.
Water changes but never breaks.
Lee Sin is not terribly popular, no. Yeah, that's fine, Guard Gray. They need to make Lee Sin more interactive or less combo focused. I feel like in Runeterra, you should be obligated to pick one. Either your combo's fairly interactable, or you can't kill me from a full 20. Pick one.
Rivers shape the land and give it life. Sweep them away. A gift from the river folk. Waters are still.
We each hold a world within.
Punished for not gemming.
Come back next time.
Punished for not gemming. Putting down some blockers and getting a life steal from this.
What is gained when you return malevolence?
It's a great draw. Okay, and there's that deny. This still kills this, right? Yeah, it does.
My son, show me your best.
This has to jump block here.
Water changes but never breaks.
So they can still Ruination me here. They still have 9 mana.
They're in over your head.
Troll chanting here so they don't draw a card.
The answer lies within. We'll bring peace to Ionia, whatever the cost.
My shield?
Alright, got him. Avalanche looked real good there.
We made along the way.
Slow and steady. There is not a video archive of me watching the KDA video on stream. I'm mulliganing this for now. Rest of these seem fine. Iona Shadow Isles Kalista. Could be something controlling, could be something aggressive. Opponent's on a brew. It's not that I didn't care about it, it's just that the KDA videos are not on Riot's content creator safe playlist. Which means, in theory, there's a chance they're not content creator safe. Which means you can get flacked for them.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
We shall not rest until all betrayals.
Huh?
Safeguard our home.
Gem this. It lets me attack in here and it lets me threaten to block on the backswing next turn, which is nice.
Leave your bags in the door.
Yeah, I imagine with a mobile game assassin, you have to make the game pretty playable with varying amounts of latency. Or what? Because like with mobile connections, people are gonna have that. I wonder what their Ionia card is. Maybe they're like just splashing for deny or something like that.
Nice to meet you.
Deny is very good in the format right now.
So many years, so much.
Smashing.
Some of the timeout messages are rude. Yes, they are.
For the homestead.
I'm gonna attack with this, because the way they're set up with these, I want to avalanche next turn anyways. And I think if I attack with this, they're likely to trade with this one. Which would be a good exchange for me, because it's trading something that would die to avalanche for something that wouldn't be dying to avalanche. Yeah.
Light the signal.
Yeah, they could be playing the KDA card as well. For sure.
No place for the kind.
Alright, super dead to a deny.
A little snowball.
Yikes.
Let's talk about your dad.
That being said, I get to go Innkeeper here. Oh no, I'm gonna be 1 mana short of an 8-drop next turn, aren't I? Crap. Hey, CK Latch, thanks for the quarter of your. Really appreciate you re-upping that Prime. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
How can Brom help?
How can
Tell
Brom
no one
help?
about your door again.
The opponent's archetype is not an established deck. So like I said, we were speculating on like what Ionia cards they could have. There could be a few different directions they could go in.
Take forever, why don't you?
This is fun, yes?
I'm okay trading these for any of these, I think. They are some large mistrates, you're not wrong. This costs 4. I think I'd rather have extra blockers down. Feels like an all blockers on deck matchup. This is terrifying. This seems okay for me.
Stay safe, my friend. They look angry. Can't handle a little cold? It's good to be the king.
We're gonna be 1 mana short of feeling the rush next turn. Favorite vault deck? Either the Darius build or the Anivia control build. Depends on if you want to be aggressive or controlling.
No better place than Targon.
The Demacia Vault decks, I'm not convinced are actually good Vault decks. Would be the TLDR. I feel like they're kind of just like Vault shoved into an otherwise okay Demacia deck. They might be dead to Overwhelm here though, right?
Smashing! I'll knock 'em. One smack'll do.
Right, so this is 18 and they have 2 toughness. Oh no, they can order this here and this here. And then this'll get bigger. Okay, so they can put 4 toughness in front of this. They can go to 2. Alright, they missed it. They missed the line. Someone asked about a link to the Anivia Vault deck. You can find all of the past things I've streamed up on my YouTube channel and my website. Alright, so unsurprisingly, my controlling deck got better when we added Avalanche to it. Believe it or not, this card's really good at beating up aggro. One of my takeaways from this set is that I really feel like this card is probably worth exploring in other places. Every time we play with Grandfather Rumel, he overperforms. Like, not only is his stat bonus good in a lot of ways, but just like an Overwhelm Spell Shield 8/4 is such an incredible stat line. Like, it doesn't die to the first piece of removal that targets it, and it just like chunks through for big points of damage in a really impressive way. He overwhelms, yeah, exactly. It's a non-champion Tryndamere. Yeah, kind of. The spell shield makes him a little bit different. Yeah, like his spell shield makes him a little bit different than Tryndamere, and he adds other presence to the board past his base stat line because of his play buff bonus. So there's a little bit more nuance than just like similar to Tryndamere. All right, we're going to go ahead and shift gears. We are going to attempt to play some spooky karma, chat. What's the Ionia card called that costs 5?